Hello, crowd. Welcome back to the Let's Play of Half-Life 2, Episode 2, Little Rocket Man. But the Little Rocket Man's already sent into space, so we're just kind of capping it off here by finishing off the story. Yeah, but last episode was running a little long, even though I'm pretty sure this is all just like cutscene. I figured better to leave this as like another episode. That felt like good. That was like the whole fight sequence, last fight sequence, and this will be just like the wrap up and end. So like I said, I'm sure I'll just let the credits play and, you know, talk for a little bit. It'd be like a little pooper episode, but I didn't want to have, because the episode before that episode was like 40 minutes, so I was like, I don't want two long ones.
In its final stages. The portal's close to opening, but Dr. Magnus
I don't think there's anything else anyway. I could be wrong. It's been about a minute. It's been about 10 years since I played this goddamn game. Oh, hello. Last time I'll see you. I wouldn't say flawlessly.
I feel compelled to thank you personally for saving my rocket.
I love Alex's face.
Thank you. Well, that's enough chit-chat. I've got a rocket to launch.
Like, this guy's like such a prick the whole game, the whole series.
Wow. For a minute there, I thought you were gonna get a hug.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Let's go to the control room. We can get a great.
Oh, that's right. They're shooting into the they're shooting the fucking rocket into like the portal or whatever. I don't remember. I don't remember the story at all. It's been such a long time.
While you were out having fun, I found an old helicopter that I was able to get working. I've got
While
it
I was out
hooked up and
having
ready to go.
fun.
Never a dull moment, huh?
Wait a moment. I'm seeing a payload anomaly of approximately 8.5 pounds.
You know, I mean, plus we had to watch this part to watch our little gnome man make it. Did the doctor's head just spin around like crazy?
Let's not forget that with the Magnus
Is this racist?
those Striders practically
I think I remember hearing a thing at these like hula group said, I can talk. Hula? It's not hula. What am I saying? Like the Hawaii like skirt like car dashboard thing. I remember like reading a thing saying that it was like problematic. I don't know if it is or not.
From me.
It's all yours, Gordon.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm standing right where I have to. Boop.
Silo doors open.
Ah.
Stations, everyone. Power to main thrusters.
Oh, I should probably get closer. Yeah, give the full view.
Minus 10.
We're launching.
Excuse me. What does the T minus and T stand for?
Steady.
Stand for iced tea? Tea leave? Oh, I missed the rocket. I think we should be wearing goggles. There he goes. That little gnome. Excuse me. And the head crab as well. Damn.
Now it is still too early to celebrate.
Yeah, it's way too early to celebrate. Let's wait 10 years before we release another game. And even then, it won't technically be Half-Life 3.
Getting closer if that was our intention.
It'll be like some VR fucking cash grab.
Range of the portal will be able to
I really don't know the story of Half-Life Alyx, like the VR game. It could take place after this. It could answer a lot of questions. The only thing I know is a lot of people said the puzzles suck in it, and they wish that was much more about the combat, because the combat is good, and the puzzles are bad.
just as soon as this is wrapped up.
Watch that chair.
Dream of letting you go without a proper goodbye.
Okay, I'll hold you to that. You too, Dr. Magnuson.
Indeed.
Yes. I'll never see either of you again. Goodbye.
Catch up with you in a moment, sweetheart. Gordon, hold up a
Dog,
second.
there you are.
The more I think about that warning from our friend, the more I'm convinced
He's
that
the
that's
only
what
one
happened
to
for
tell
us.
you, to talk to you about the fucking G-Man.
That ship must never be used. You have got to destroy it, whatever the cost.
Where are you two? You're gonna miss it.
Be right there, Alex. Gordon, thanks for everything you've done for Alex, for all of us. I couldn't be prouder if you were my own son. Now, when you get back, we've got a lot to talk about.
I see the way my daughter looks at you, you son of a bitch.
Dear God, this has to work.
Oh, yeah, so they're trying to close the portal. Well, that's what Gnomsky does. He's a demon. Chomsky, he's gonna get that closed perfectly.
We did it! We did it, Gordon!
We sure as hell did, and not a moment too soon.
Damn, I got like no bullets. Look at this. My pistol's empty for the first time in years.
We've got
This thing too.
to celebrate.
So someone out in the distance is like, "Who's shooting all these things?" Pew! Celebratory grenades. Yeah, yeah, we all did it. Yeah, grenades. Woo! Yeah, that dog's a nut. Oh, that dog of mine. The dog is the one that's crazy. I've seen some shit, man. This is it. Final room of the game. I was definitely right to end it. I mean, we're like 7 minutes in or whatever.
Wish all this didn't have to fall on you. You make me so proud.
All right. All my ammo's gone. That's okay, because, yeah, we're not going to need it. Right? It's not like there's going to be, like, one more fight. We're just going to get in that helicopter and the game's going to end. Totally what's going to happen.
Are you sure you have everything you need?
Yes, I got this crowbar, and I got this gravity gun.
Gave us the Borealis coordinates. We'll keep the hailing frequency open on the chopper radio in case Judith tries to reach us again.
Good idea. She could well make another attempt.
All right.
Dad! Gordon!
And here we go. And that's it. Speedrun done. Don't worry, I'll shoot it. Oh no, I wasted all my ammo. You can't shoot it anyway. I did that on purpose.
Listen to me. Destroy that ship. Whatever it takes.
God, these things are gross.
Destroy it.
Don't! Dad, look out! No! Dad! Dad! God damn it, let go of him!
Like, where's the army of people that we, like, just had?
Oh my God!
I guess the whole thing is they're supposed to be, like, mind controlling you. Or not mind controlling you, but they're, like, you can struggle. I mean, she's struggling, but, like, you can't pull your, like,
Love you, Dad!
guns out or anything.
No! Gordon!
Well, this looks like the end of us. More penis face. That dog is the MVP. Look at that fucking disgusting ass thing.
Dad! Oh God! Dad! Dad! Dad, please! Dad! Oh my God!
And that's it. That is what they leave you with. 10 years later, no Gordon. Just depressing sadness. Crying of a beloved character. Slow bleed into the credits. And then they wonder why people are fucking upset about Valve all the time. Pisses me off. It's like, you know, like, God, it's like it was such a, for you youngins out there. This used to be like the meme. It was like, what will happen first, like Half-Life 3 or the world ending? Like, you know, it just became like the Duke Nukem, if that makes sense to anybody, of the status of like, will this game ever be released? And it just hasn't. And I really don't know. I can look it up real quick just to see when Alex takes place, because I am curious. When does Half-Life Alex take place? Give me a release date. Okay, yeah, see, Half-Life Alex takes place 5 years before the events of Half-Life 2. So, it's a prequel. Or, it's a sequel prequel. Because, It's after Half-Life, but it's before Half-Life 2. So, God, it just, wow, those are really short credits. It only took that many people to make this game. Maybe you make another one, you fucking pricks. It's just like, God, like the game is so good. Like I said, this like Half-Life 2 is so good. Like for the time that it was in, it was awesome. You had this game that gave you like characters, not a lot, but the characters that you had were like fleshed out. Gross, hate it so much. They give you characters that were like fleshed out, like, and not all of them, like Alex's dad, obviously very fleshed out. Alex, you like one of the best characters in gaming in that era of gaming. Then the side characters were like, they were cute, they were like good on their own, like the doctor. I think the other guy's name was Barry, or if the doctor's name was Barry, I can't remember, but like the other like guy, like the first character you see that isn't like the G-Man, I can't remember his name, but he's like the guy in the disguise in Half-Life 2 who gets you out of line. But he's got like a, they all have personality. They're all well built, and the more you learn about them, the more like they feel real. Like I remember Alex Vance being one of the first video game characters that I actually felt like a connection to. Like I remember playing this game and being like I cared about Alex. I played like Zelda and everything, and the characters are like blank. And when I was a kid, you play Zelda, it's like Link, he's not supposed to be somebody you connect with. He's just a blank slate. Zelda, it's just like a princess. Like, you can care about them. They're cool, but they don't feel human. They're definitely, like, video game characters. Ganondorf is just like a stereotypical villain. There's some that feel, like, real, but you don't really spend a lot of time with them to, like, flesh out their personality. Half-Life 2, it's like, every time I was alone or away from Alex, I'm like, God, like, I just don't want to. I'm like, I hate this game's terrifying. When Alex was with me, I'm like, I can do anything. Like, she was just like, she's such a good character. And, to leave on like this note, like, she's sobbing into like her dead dad, and it's so fucking sad, and you can't do anything in that part, and that's it. 10 years go by, and like still nothing. And they do give you a game, and you play as Alex, which is cool. I like that you can play as Alex, because Alex is awesome, and she's an established character, and it's just neat. But then you just don't fucking, like, you build all this shit up with the Borealis, the ship, and nothing. And, like, I know there's like, some story behind the guy who wrote the story behind Half-Life, and he left Valve, so there's a lot of, I think, legal issues with, like, they can't use his original ideas for the story. So that's why, like, the game got delayed for so long, because they were waiting until the next generation of systems, which would be, like, the Xbox One, or, yeah, because this came out early, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and they were waiting for the next generation of systems, and then, they were focusing on, like, Portal, which takes place in the same universe, and then when Portal 2 came out, like, it's just, like, there's a Borealis Easter egg in that, because it's not the ship. I remember it's the life. You see a lifesaver for the Borealis, and it's like, that's cool. Like, because Black Mesa is like a company in both of these games, and like they're in the same universe, so it's all very interesting to see, like, if they connect, if they don't connect, that doesn't matter. But just to see where the world is gonna like go, how they're gonna build it, like how they're gonna end this story. Because Half-Life, I never played the original. I watched shit about it, and I was like, it seemed like a fun game. Half-Life 2, I feel like just builds like such like a such a good like world on top of it. Because the first one, it's not like there's not an alien apocalypse. It's people. You accidentally release an alien horde into your universe, and you're Gordon Freeman, and you have to close the portal to get them all out and send them back to their planet. And it's all like, that's interesting. That's more of like a sci-fi kind of horror thing. This is like a post-apocalyptic, like, it has elements of sci-fi horror, but it builds like such a cool world where like the whole place is like under the rule of an like alien thumb, like we lost but like there's like a rebellion, and it's like it's from the inside. It's not like Star Wars where it's out in space. You know, it's here on Earth, and everything's like you see like the cities and how they look, and everything's like you know, similar of how like a real city would be, but it's twisted like version of it because the aliens have like been implementing their systems into it, and it all feels like familiar and wrong at the same time. It's just like God. And then anytime you go to like a normal like place, it's like full of like the zombie aliens, and it's terrifying, and then it gets all like horror game. So then you're like God, everything in this universe is fucking terrifying. It's either twisted, evil, alien, corrupted city, or dark, evil, zombie-filled forest. Like, I hate this place. And then you finally get away from it all in this game, and it feels so good and open. And then they end it with that. And you're like, oh, we're going to go to the Borealis. We're going to find, I think her name's Judith, and fucking, like, figure out, like, why he's saying, like, don't use that ship. Like, what does it do? Like, does it kill, like, everybody? Like, does it, like, destroy the planet so like we can kill all the aliens, or does it destroy all alien life forms, including like the nice aliens that help to heal Alex? I'm sure there's like a lot of theories about it, but it's just and like how's the G-Man work? Like what the fuck? He's been like magical and super powered since the first game, and some kind of like interdimensional being. And there's so many fucking like good elements for its time. And now, like, if they came out with it, it would just be, like, boring. Because I'm sure this story would have been interesting, like, you know, 10 years ago. But now it's just kind of, you know, we're in a world full of, like, these kind of stories every other day. So, I don't know. It just upsets me. I don't know what happened. They dropped the ball, but I love these series of games. I love the Orange Box in general. Portal was my introduction to Portal. Obviously, everyone was Portal. It's also just like a nice time capsule. It feels like when I crack this open, this is like 2009 in a can. You know, I'm like, this was like, top-notch gaming. Like Team Fortress 2 it's still played on the PC and stuff. Obviously, it's dead on here. I think you can find like some games randomly, just for people like, I guess, goofing off in fucking Team Fortress 2. And a Team Fortress 2 without hats. I guess that's the only reason you could enjoy this. But, like, Portal was great, and these games were all great, and it's just sad that they weren't able to, you know, finish them in a timely manner. But that's me ranting. We got the gnome into space. Through my own trials and tribulations, I still got this shit out here. Through 2 TVs and probably more than one capture device. I don't remember what I started recording this fucking thing on. And different editing softwares and different computers, I think. We have been through a lot. But we got it done. And an apocalypse. You know? And I got laid off. Oh, man. Who would have thought at the beginning of this? Fucking like 15 or 20 episodes later, here we are. It's crazy times. But thanks so much for watching. I'm going to try and because I think my old TV will still work with non-HD games, so I'm going to try and do some like classic stuff more casually. I've been meaning to play Yoshi's Island on this channel forever, so I might try and do that if I can get it all set up. I know Rack has been talking about wanting to record some stuff now that I you know, don't have 2 jobs anymore. I have free time to do these things, so that's fun. And yeah, I guess just look forward to whatever is next. Probably Yoshi's Island or Paper Mario if the apocalypse stops and me and Dennis can finish that. Okay, so yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'm glad I was finally able to finish this. Love you all in a totally non-physical way. Throwback to some classic 10 years ago Shakepool when I said that at the end of every episode. And please remember always, stay stoned and stay safe. I'll keep trying to make content for whoever wants to watch it.